Hey all, here are OS Reviews. In this video, we're taking a quick look at the SNOOZ Go. This is a white noise sound machine slash Bluetooth speaker that is unique because it claims to have non-looping sound. So as some of you guys may know, with other white noise sound machines, it just plays back a MP3 recording or track, and then after, say, 2 or 3 minutes, it's gonna loop over again. You'll hear a blip before the track starts playing again. So if you are really sensitive to this, or you're having trouble falling asleep for longer than just a couple of minutes, then this might be an advantage. It's using some type of algorithm inside of the chip to generate the sound from second to second. You won't hear any cuts or blips as it is continuously playing back the audio. Otherwise, this model has battery life that is claimed to last upwards of 20 hours and has 6 different white noise effects to cycle through to imitate nature sounds like water, rain. We'll see that later on in a moment. And in the Bluetooth mode, of course, you can connect it to any smartphone or computer to listen to music. There's even a night light at the very bottom base that can help you illuminate objects better in the dark. And this company, SNOOZ, does specialize in these white noise sound machines. Their original model actually has a real fan on the inside for the same advertised function of non-looping sound, because it is a literal fan that is spinning round and round. However, the SNOOZ Go achieves a similar non-looping effect, again using the built-in algorithms and processing work without any moving parts, meaning that the battery life here will be longer. Plus, the original model did not have a speaker built in, so you can't use it to listen to music, so it's more feature-rich on this one. However, one feature that the original has is the companion app support, which allowed you to set timers as well as control the fan speed as well, something that's missing on this one. It doesn't really work with their first-party app anymore. It's just a simple Bluetooth speaker, and you can cycle through the audio effects just by tapping on the keys on the front. But maybe that's a purposeful decision to make their Pro and regular models seem more deluxe by comparison. It is what it is. The packaging here, though, is eco-friendly, crafted out of cardboard, and hints at the nature of the device, with all of the icons here drowning out the audio, as you can tell down below, of babies crying, in addition to flights and cars going on outside, in addition to construction. The SNOOZ is supposed to kind of silence all of those using the white noise, and you're able to get more restful sleep. And on the inside, you have just the actual SNOOZ Go, in addition to a quick user guide and a USB Type-C charging cable. A couple of color versions are also available. This one here is charcoal, and the design definitely reminds me of something like a Google Nest Mini smart speaker, because it is constructed out of fabric and has a very soft overall appearance. Even the light on the base is coated with a layer of soft touch rubber, including a little lanyard strap as well that you can use to hang onto a door or onto a backpack if desired. Now on the very bottom here is going to be the USB Type-C port for charging. It takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge up, and this thing is indeed super compact. Here it is next to kind of an average 6.5-inch phone. It's not going to have any difficulties fitting into a backpack as you are on the go. As far as controls are concerned, very simple to operate. Tap on it once to instantly turn on the white noise effects. We can long hold for 3 seconds to turn the night light here on or off. However, there are no controls for brightness, so the light here isn't really dimmable, nor can you set a timer for it. But it's still a neat little extra feature there that softly glows when you are in a darker space. Now, you can also long press on the play key for a couple of seconds to then cycle into the Bluetooth profile instead. You'll hear this beep as confirmation. We'll do a quick demo of the sound quality there in a moment, or we can long press for a couple more seconds to go back into the regular white noise mode. So going into a quick demo of what those sounds are like, this is what a default audio track sounds like. A wind sound, we can then cycle into the next one just by tapping once on the top button. This one's kind of an ocean tide. Here's a gentle rainfall. This one is more of a kind of drizzle of rain, a bit more of a sharper sound. And again, the volume controls all feel pretty tactile and clicky, responsive enough, before then kind of cycling through into some of the original noises that we heard there at the beginning. So decent enough when it comes to the effects, and indeed, after a couple of minutes of usage, I really did not encounter any blips, nothing really repeated, so that is kind of the innovative part versus all the other white noise sound machines I've seen for folks that are more sensitive about these details. Now, doing a quick demo of the Bluetooth speaker quality next. So turning things down, takeaway being that the speaker quality is actually not shabby for something that is so small and compact. It surprisingly has a little bit of depth to it. It's not going to be earth-shattering, but still obviously bigger drivers versus any smartphone or computer. So you are packing in more volume as well. As you're listening to just some casual music in addition to YouTube videos, it just sounds a little bit more full. That being said, is it a hi-fi quality speaker? Not really per se, since the white noise part is really the main selling point. This is not really a hi-fi brand. It doesn't support additional codecs like LDAC or aptX lossless. It is using standard SBC and AAC via Bluetooth 5.0. But for casual music listening, honestly, it's already very good as a dedicated small Bluetooth speaker. So not bad for a secondary functionality, I would say. It doesn't distort or sound too tinny at the higher volumes either. There are, of course, boombox style, larger Bluetooth speakers with even more impressive bass and impact, but honestly, for a tiny one like this, which is all about the compactness, it is certainly not bad. And then similarly, in the Bluetooth mode, you can still turn the night light on or off just by tapping on the power key there for 3 seconds or so. So that is more or less it as far as our quick hands-on review of the SNOOZ Go. Again, a pretty simple product at the end of the day, but it is one of the more interesting white noise sound machines on the market, just because they're adding a couple more features into one. The construction as well as the design is definitely a bit more thoughtful than usual, plus the non-looping nature, if you are, again, really sensitive to that and you're finding it hard to fall asleep and you're listening to the track for longer than just a couple of minutes, then this might be beneficial. You can also use it to slightly drown out some of the background sounds if you're working, for instance. It's not quite the same thing as active noise cancellation, but can perhaps calm you down a little bit. Maybe if you want to use it also for meditation purposes. And again, the Bluetooth functionality just makes it more versatile as a small speaker, something that's missing on the original generation. You can learn more details if interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the SNOOZ Go.